Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now here's George. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in the league that are as strong in the mid-range as Melo.
Back to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Randall on the screen. Shot's good by McCollum.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
Now George. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Randall with a steal. Pass to Bryant. To the middle. Here's a Kongwu. And it's blocked by Kessler.
Boy, strong denial by Kessler at the rim. The 7-footer having none of it.
And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Bryant in the high post. From about 16, Utah with the rebound.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
George with it. McCollum covering. Jackson the screen. Back to George. Here's Kessler. And another miss by Utah. Now the Hawks with it. Pass to Bryant. Back to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Down low. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's Bryant. And he drives in. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Wow, the athleticism on full display there.
Man, just incredible hang time. To the inside. There's Jackson with the 3. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Brian, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
McCollum taking his time here. Pass to Bryant. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family. With that shot in his bag, George doesn't have to get all the way to the rim.
Randall on the screen. Back to McCollum. Lets a floater go. The rebound by Jackson. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Kessler. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Off the inbound. Utah with another miss. Here's Kessler. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. Utah shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Walker Kessler proved he was a rotation player. He gives you unbelievable defense, aggressive rebounding, and very good inside scoring.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Hawks on top, up by 8. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Hawks here in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because, to me, it opens up every other aspect of your game.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Here's George. Oh, the teardrop falls in. George has got his second bucket on the night.
Well, just exceptional use of the pick and roll by Keontae George. Allows the play to develop there.
Inside. The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
Pass to Kessler. Over Williams. Kessler, no good. And so Randle will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 4-point game. To the paint. Here's Williams. Good D by Kessler. And the Jazz with possession. It'll be the fourth of 5 games for them on the road. Jackson can't get it to go. Bryant with it. Guarded now by George. And Bryant, here we go. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's George. Pass to Jackson. Drains the triple. Jackson's got 5 now.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Bryant. He's got 14. 5 to shoot. For 3, Randle. Jazz trail by 5. On the wing, Anthony. Williams grabs the board.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Lots of stretch bigs in the league, Doris. Lauri Markkanen is one of the best at spacing the floor.
What we know, PA, is that sweet shooting bigs with the kind of size that Lauri has are an invaluable tool in the modern game. Lauri can balance that shooting with his off-the-bounce game. He is the prototypical desired big in the league today.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Anthony with it. McCollum covering. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. We've got 1:48 left in the second. Here's Collier. Pass to Filipowski. To the middle. Christie with a steal. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in. I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Pass to Christie. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the triple. Christie's got his first 3 points of the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Picked up by Kongwu. With the putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Shot by Nurkic, no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Christie. No good. So we conclude the first half. Atlanta on top, leading by 14. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
13.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Here's Nurkic.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
McCollum outside. Bryant right side. Down low. Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, there is an art to working for the best shot available, and that right there is it.
The Hawks lead by 16. Randall on the screen. To the wing on the left. Back to Bryant. Pass to Okongwu. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Nurkic. So it's Utah now. Of course, while he's selective about it, Yusuf Nurkic has added a 3-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Yusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Now here's Bryant. 18 points for him. And down it goes. 2 points. Bryant's got 6 here in the quarter.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Outside Jones. No good on the triple. The Hawks lead by 18. Here's Bryant. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Shot by Nurkic. No good. Bryant with it. 20 points for him. There's McCollum with the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team. And Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep believing in your process.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Lets it fly from 18. Bryant with the bucket. Bryant's got 22 points.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
Nurkic's shot is good.
Oh, don't you love the confidence Yusuf Nurkic has? Normally, guys, he's setting a screen or trying to open teammates. This time it's a little catch and shoot.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. .133 left in the third. Christie up top. Shoots over Jackson. Outside Christie. Williams with the screen. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And the Hawks lead by 19.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Newell. Outside Christie. Fires the three. Utah grabs the miss. On the wing, Anthony. Jackson, the screen. Elbow shot. Again, Utah, good for two.
Well, this is why Carmelo can be so scary when he's coming off the pick and roll. Just so many ways he can hurt you.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Highland. He's scoreless. With the teardrop. Anthony feeling it out a bit. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks leading by 17 at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been 22. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Trailing by 17. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, my goodness. Jaren Jackson Jr., get that one trending, please.
Outside Christie. Here's the three. Kept alive. Newell. Pass to Christie. Pass break, Utah. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, the play naturally finds Jackson because he's so well positioned. He's right where his team needs him.
Left side, Highland. Here's Newell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Landale. Sends it home from three-point land. Landale's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the inside. Kessler. Soft touch off the glass.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Landale. Outside Christie. From behind the arc. Kessler with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Here's Bailey. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
A big-time slam right there by Bailey. You know, good to see this young man play with such authority.
On the wing, Christie. Landale with a screen. Highland. Oh, the shot is off.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now Jackson. It's stolen by Highland. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
And And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Here's Kuminga. And stolen by Anthony. Fast break, Utah. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Atlanta making some changes here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Yeah, just late help on the defensive side. I mean, just another breakdown for them.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Here's Bailey. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson. Jams it home!
Oh, great body control, good timing. Jackson really works the pick and roll to perfection.
Okongwu fires! And he nails it!
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Hawks.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
Here's Kessler. Anthony, left side. Randall rips down the board. And the Hawks with possession here. McCollum on the wing. From 17 feet out. And it's blocked by Kessler.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
Okongwu with the rebound. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that about wraps it up.